People's Republic of China was my 5th nation in June 2011. The cheapest way for me to get to London from Sydney was on Air China. It gave me a 13-hour layover. I went to the Chinese visa centre to apply for a transit visa because I thought, you know what, if I want to leave the airport, I'm going to need a visa. So, paid about $70 Australian and got myself a visa. But it was in my really shitty Australian passport, not my new brand fantastic British passport. So I fly from Sydney to Shanghai on the 12th of June 2011. My 1-year anniversary from the time I lost my virginity was CJ. So I land in Shanghai and I show the guy, look, my boarding pass to London, it's my British passport, please stamp me into China. And you know what he does? He just like puts my passport on the pile and he gives me a stay permit. He gives me a stay permit of a day. I have a valid Chinese visa, but he doesn't want to stamp it. He just wants to give me a stay permit. So then, I get on a plane to Beijing, and I land there at midnight. I don't know any clue about public transport to get into Beijing city centre. So, with a lot of Chinese yuan I had in my pocket, I basically just got a taxi to my hotel. My hotel is across the road from Beijing railway station. I hope in the future that I would like to take a train to Beijing railway station from Russia or Mongolia. I pay about $15 for a night in a hotel with 2 beds. I take my first ever usage of a squat toilet. I literally had to take off my own pants to use these squat toilets because I don't want to get shit in my own pants. I wake up at 8 AM, pay 15 yuan for buffet breakfast. It's not really that good. I get a bit of money back as a key deposit. And then so it's time for me to see Beijing and run around. I take a taxi. I say to the taxi driver, Tiananmen Square. And he takes me to Tiananmen Square. So I'm walking around Tiananmen Square for the next hour or so. And I'm seeing all the sights. I'm seeing the mausoleum where Mao is buried. I'm seeing the front gate of the Forbidden City with a big portrait of Mao. And all the local people have run out to me and they're saying, hey, we want to have a photograph with you. They wanted to have a photograph with a white Caucasian male age 25 because they don't really get to see tourists from the Western world that often. Maybe they do. So I had like 5 different photos with so many other groups of people. It was just so hilarious. But instead of giving the horns or the big peace signs, it was like the fist. So after having a look around the gates of the Forbidden City and not allowed to go inside the Forbidden City, because it's forbidden, I jumped into a taxi. I'm telling the guy, take me to Beijing Airport Terminal 3 and he doesn't speak English, so he passes me the phone and I just tell him, look, I just want to go to the airport. So he takes me to the airport, I check into my flight, go through security, and I went to Pizza Hut to spend the rest of my young on like non-pizza food and Chinese draft beer. I had an amazing photograph of me screaming at my can of yuan like beer, draft beer. I did not get back to China for 5 years. That was not until I went to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a bit different from mainland China, but it's still China though. It's just that people speak Cantonese. So, the few days in like spare hand before going to Russia, I went to Hong Kong, Macau, and even went into mainland China, Shenzhen. I had a really tough time trying to find my hostel in Shenzhen, so I gave up hope and went back to Hong Kong and just waited for my flight to Vladivostok. And it's been 4 years since I was there, but the really important thing was I was able to overland it in China.